Grand Rising Facebook, Grand Rising YouTube. Hmm. Let me see something right quick. Grand Rising Facebook, Grand Rising YouTube. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. Something right quick. Ooh. Hope you're looking good, feeling good, smelling good, all the goods. As you can see, my name is Carrie Irene. I don't imagine anybody in here don't know me because I think I had it streaming to my friends only anyway. I'm just here to set some Sunday vibes for you, hoping that something that I say along the way will give you wisdom for the way. So today I decided to talk about calibrate. I just had my masterclass on calibration last Sunday. It was absolutely amazing. Thank everybody for coming and participating and giving me feedback. It was all very, I don't know, it was amazing. It felt good. And I look forward to doing it again. And I'm going to do the same masterclass again because there are a few people that didn't come that reached out and was like, oh, shoot, I missed it. And I want to make sure that if you want to participate, that you can. And again, for all the women in the Sacred Queen Society, it is free. Otherwise, $15. Not like it's our ticket here. But I've decided I'm going to do a masterclass minimum once a quarter. So I look forward to it. I need an instant. Hang on. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. So I'm going to be talking today about more about the group I have. I have a group. It's a women's group. Sorry, dudes. I'm not really sorry, but I got plenty. And if you need a group like mine, I can point you in the right direction for men. But my group is dedicated to women. I know that's my calling, to help women to really walk in their masculine power while celebrating their feminine power. I have a bag set up there as my basketball goal. I'm working on my aim. But in my group, the Sacred Queen Society, it is, as of yesterday, it is a paid membership group. The people that are in there got grandfathered in. A lot of people got grandfathered in. So it is a paid membership group where I help. Well, actually, I swear the group helps me more than I help the group, right? Because we have to be in line with what is happening in our lives and be aware. And one of the first things we're going to talk about today is self-awareness. But in this group, it is I've curated it in a way that is attracting people who are either curious, serious, or in the process of learning about energy, who realizes there's a little bit more to this thing than was in the Bible. There's a little bit more to this thing than politics. There's a little bit more to this thing than family. There's a little bit more to this thing than trauma. And they're really at the point that they're starting to look around at their circumstances in life and realize that they can't control them. They're realizing that the main thing that is really going to create the life, or for them to be able to see the lives that they truly want to live, is for them to pay attention to their energetic body, the energetic alignment, the connection to the source energy that, we call one thing or another. So within the Sacred Queen Society, we talk about a lot of principles, energetic principles that will that aid us as we create and design the lives we want to live. And it's absolutely amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And I love doing it. So anyone who's in the Sacred Queen Society, I posted the replay of the masterclass. Let me mute myself. I need to cough. I have posted the replay of the masterclass in the Sacred Queens Society. So go back and look at it if you missed it. But again, I will be doing it again. I was thinking about doing it next Sunday, but I'm not sure. I don't think that's a good idea for me because the Super Bowl is on, and baby, I plan on losing my voice. Okay, I plan on losing my voice. So I will announce when I'll post something somewhere when I do that again, if anyone is interested. And I really hope you are. I can't tell you how much I enjoy what I'm doing right now. Excuse me. I'm really in a season where I just love facilitating spaces for people to come and truly work out, talk out, see out, plan out, strategize out these principles that we've been learning along the way, but we haven't taken the time to actually implement them, to see them through, to see how great they actually do work. Because we all know they work. And then we keep asking ourselves, well, but why aren't things changing for me in my life though? Just because you know it don't mean it's going to work if you don't apply it, right? How many things you know for sure works and you don't try it? You know for sure that if you stop drinking soda, stop eating chocolate, you ain't got to change nothing else about your diet other than stop drinking sodas, stop no sodas, no real sweet or sugar added juices, no syrup, no honey, no sugar, no sodas, cut out bread, and then just eat everything else you eat. You know good and damn well your life would change in a matter of probably even a month. Your body would release a lot of toxins, a lot of fluids, a lot of fatty, but we spoiled. We like what we like and we get what we're gonna get, and all the things. But I think when the good book said obedience is better than sacrifice, it is saying that when you sacrifice something, it's typically because you're being obedient, because it's something that needs to go. So it's the obedience that we want, because we can sacrifice all day, but y'all be sacrificing. A lot of people sacrifice stuff that they ain't gonna miss any damn way. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can't out energy. I made that one. I missed the last one, but I made that. So that brings me to what the pillars are for the Sacred Queens Society. So if any women are out there, perk your ears up or take notes on the 3 pillars that I'm about to say. Because if any of these things truly resonate with you, consider joining the Sacred Queen Society. Again, it's a paid membership. It is there's 3 different tiers, but this entry level that comes with, and the Sacred Queen Society is not the only thing that is included in this. This is just what I'm talking about today, because this is really where the goods really are. If you are someone who is a self-motivator, self-starter, you tell me to do it and I'm gonna go do it type of thing. Because I ain't gonna tell you to do nothing. Let's clear that up first of all. This is really where all of the stuff is. Everything that costs more than this, which is $69 a month for this. Everything else after this is really me being there with you one-on-one to help facilitate a lot of the energy shifts and to remind you to breathe and motivate you, inspire you, also give you knowledge. Teach these master classes more so in depth than the ones I do each quarter, because each quarter these are things I probably talk in my sleep about. But the other things would be more specialized, more Q&A, more open discussion, more facilitated, building a journey and a journey, all the things. So, but what I am talking about today is the bread and butter, it's the meat and potatoes, it's the ooey gooey, stick it to the side, the burnt cheese. You know what I'm saying? We like cheese, but that little burnt piece of cheese, we burn it just right. That's what this is. So I'm going to be sharing the 3 pillars of the Sacred Queen Society. And this is one of the things I teach also as a coach. It's making sure that you know what you're doing with what you're doing it with. And that's what I had to do with myself, is sit down and really make intentions for what I wanted the Sacred Queen Society to really represent and to really amplify. So the first thing is awareness. Self-awareness. I feel like it is one of the most important things, because I feel like self-awareness triggers so many other eye-opening moves. When we become self-aware, it takes away, like whenever, okay, if you ever start a story with them, they, he, or she, that's just a step that you're taking in the direction that's not of your own self-awareness, like anytime. And not to say that you can't, not to say that you should, not to say that I don't. It's just that we need to be more aware of the direction we are moving in when we speak. And I think that's where I started, paying attention to things that I said, not what other people said, and trying to figure out what they meant by it, or read between the lines. But ain't nobody got time for that no more. I need to read between my own lines, like what my lines doing, and being self-aware, because we think of movement mostly linearly or spatially, if that's a word. But your energy moves depending on the things that you do, say, and feel that goes in one energetic direction or another. So, we talk about good and bad, but it's none of those. It's none of those. We label it as that because something manifests. But if nothing ever manifests, what would you say? My energy went in a direction that wasn't conducive of what I wanted to live. That's it. So you have to be self-aware. In The Alchemist, which is, if you ain't read it, read it. It speaks for itself. But there's a part in the book where the main character, whose name is Santiago, he is with the alchemist. He's met the alchemist, and they are out in the desert. And the alchemist had told him to pay attention to his heart. And one of those things that, came up for the boy is how his heart constantly went back and forth. And he said that his heart was treasonous. And the alchemist said something to him about paying attention to his heart, and it stuck with me. He said that if you, how does he say it? If you pay attention to your heart, you can never have an unanticipated blow. I'm like, oh, what? I mean, I kept rewinding and like, listen to it in the context and what he was talking about. And what he means is there are going to be times when you're going to feel something, see something, say something. But if you are more self-aware of yourself in the moment that you say it and validate yourself and don't have to go any further than that moment, then you're not putting your energy into it because you are just simply being aware of it, which validates it and which helps it stay right there where it was and necessary in that very moment. But it didn't have to be part of the amplification of what's to come. I hope that makes sense. But it takes being self-aware to know energetically what direction you're going in any given time. Jim Rohn, he's another amazing teacher. And he said, because the question is not that you ask what you're getting. And a lot of times we focus on the manifestation, whatever. The question we should be asked is, who am I becoming? Because who I become is what I see eventually. So in every situation, be self-aware to know energetically the things you're saying that that's a movement. Consider that a step towards something. What are you going towards? But you got to be self-aware of every step you make, whether it's your thought process, whether it's someone you go, it's a habit that you support. Just be self-aware. So that's the first pillar of the Sacred Queen Society. The second pillar is intentional focus. So this plays, it's like an alley-oop. If you know anything about basketball, is when one person throws the ball up just in the path of someone that already has momentum to take that baby home, right? That's what self-awareness is to intentional focus. Because once you understand your self-awareness and you start to see the energetic path of what you've been choosing and what you've been moving in, then you can apply that intentional focus and you can play an active role in your energetic path, which directly affects your manifestation power. What my cousin talking about? Dion, when you get a moment, what Dion talking about? Dion, I'm on Facebook Live, Dion. Doing some Sunday vibes. I had to mute myself. Let me clear my throat. So your intentional focus directly impacts what you manifest. Like we said, self-awareness. What we become is what we see. So if that's the truth, if we intentionally focus on the things at which we want to become, and I'm not talking about lying to yourself, but if you want to be a CEO, get around CEOs. If you want to be a painter, get around people who paint. If you want to be a coach, get around coaches. If you want to be an engineer, get around engineers. Affect the thing you want, not the thing you don't want. And that's intentional focus. Focus yourself and your energy and your being to that which you want to see. Amplify, multiply, zoomify, carify. Intentionally focused. So I wrote it Michael Beckwith. I don't know if I'm sure y'all out there know who Michael Beckwith is. He is I don't know if you say curator, but he is, look up Agape. I think it's Agape Ministries or Agape something. It's in California, I believe LA, if I'm not mistaken. And but he was in the movie The Secret also with like Lisa Nichols and what's the chicken soup guy's name? I think Oprah might have been in there. It was a lot of people. But he says, where focus goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, whatever you're focusing on grows. A lot of people say, where energy goes, energy grows. That's where that originally came from. Where focus goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, whatever you're focusing on grows. So be intentional about what you focus on. Be intentional about the habitual conversations that you have. And a lot of people say, well, I can't control the people around me. You so right. And you shouldn't even put your focus there, but you can be quiet. You don't have to participate. But they be looking, and so we both uncomfortable. So what? But I refuse to add to the continuum of something that I don't want to see past this moment. So I'm going to intentionally focus on the outcome that I want to see, because that is manifestation at its finest. Is when you have the self-awareness to say and be honest with yourself and say, this is where I've been hanging out. This is what I've been saying. This is what I've been doing. This is what I've been eating. This is who I've been fucking. Right? Be honest with yourself and then say, okay, if these things are bringing me things that I don't like and I don't want to see and don't want to feel or don't want to be or don't want to do, don't want to make, all these things, then I need to be aware of what I am self-aware of what I've been doing to add to the manifestations of what I see. And then directly impact that out of you with that intentional focus, because that's your slam right there. Your intentional focus, and you will start to see things shift. You'll start to see things change, which brings me to the third pillar. So we had number 1, self-awareness. Number 2, intentional focus. And then number 3, empowered decisions. This is the point of when you want to really start amping up your decision making. Because a lot of us is making a lot of decisions in a place that does not include self-awareness. And we wonder why we keep getting the things that we don't want. Pay attention to you, not to me. I'm just reminding you of you, okay? Pay attention to yourself. I facilitate the space for this to happen. I don't tell you what happens in that space. You know what's supposed to happen in the space. Everything don't work for everybody. I guarantee you, out of all the resources inside of the Sacred Queen Society, I bet you can craft your own way. That's the space. That's what makes it so sacred. Because no one takes up the space that another belongs in. It's just sacred. It's a sacred space. It's a sacred space. So that is the empowered decision. It's when you can say, I see you building your way. And I see that way looks good on you. But take away the fear of what somebody's going to think about it, right? Take away the guilt of the way you might feel about it. Take away the shame, the grief, the lies, the illusion, the egotisticalness of it all. And leave all that in the past, because you're making empowered decisions, and it releases all those things when you're making an empowered decision. Because you started from a place of self-awareness, and you're intentionally focused on the things that you want to see in the outcome of your life. So when you make that empowered decision, it's not attached to nobody. So it doesn't matter what other people think about it, say about it, do about it, whatever, because you came from a set place of self-awareness. You didn't diss nobody. You just centered yourself. And you became self-aware of the energetic input, so that you can intentionally focus on what you want to see as your output, because that's what you're going to manifest. And once you see what you can do with that, and you start making those empowered decisions to stop or to start, to go, to say yes, to say no, all of the things, all the goods. And you just be looking good, feeling good, smelling good, baby. All the goods. from your empowered seat of self. That's another thing. That I think that's going to be the next masterclass I'm gonna teach. Is to see the yeah. I think that's what I'm about to go on a tangent with that. But I want to stick with it because I ain't playing. Look, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, and I just want to share what I've been doing, what's up, what I've been working on. And this Sacred Queen Society is like my heart. It truly is my heart, and I give it everything. I give it everything. I have been giving it everything, and I'm about to dump in there a whole bunch of stuff because today is Sunday. One of the things that I do inside the Sacred Queen Society starting today is I'll be posting chakra tips every day. And I haven't been using that word lately. I think that's the first time I used the word chakra in a long time. But for lack of a better term, energetic principles. I want to make sure that I'm sharing these energetic principles in ways that people can chew them, bite size, so that you can digest it, let it nourish you, and then build on that. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love teaching this because it's so tactical. It's so practical. It's everyday decisions from a place of self-awareness, intentionally focusing your energy on what you want to be amplified, and then making decisions from that space. It's a beautiful process. And I like sharing it with y'all, especially women. You know, men, you get this part right here. But inside the SQS, baby, it's about to go down. So that is what I want to share today. That is the 3 pillars of the Sacred Queen Society. And again, if you want to join, it's $69 a month. If you do pay for the whole year, it is only $690 because that'll be 2 months free. Yeah. I wanted to do, I don't know, something. But yeah, so I look forward to seeing all the queens in there. Right now we have 185 members, I think. I think that's correct. 185 members. And I would like for you to be 186 and 187 and 188 and 189 and so forth and so forth. And I do have also 2 different other memberships. One's $99 a month. The other one's $555 a month because that was my dive program used to be $555. And now this way I can help more people in real time and still get that centralized focus to help coaches, content creators, people who've been in webinars and, it really expanding their brand or rebranding. This is where you can come and get not just help from me, but also a community of people who are in that same type of space. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. I'll be dropping the links in the comments. And I love y'all so much. I hope you feel it. Because I do. I truly, truly love you. And if there's anything I could do, or queens, if there's anything or any topics that y'all want to hear more about, or that maybe I said something you got a little confused, let me know. I would love to clarify. I would love to break that down for you. Just a few resources. If you are looking to learn more about chakras without it being intimidating and using the word chakra a whole lot, but really diving into energy, please look up Anodea Judith, Anodea Judith. She is absolutely amazing. When I say a lot of my curriculum, the way I explain things come from me learning from her directly. Some of the stories that I tell is from her. Of course, I put my own flair on it, but I always would give her the credit because she's amazing at what she does. Also, Michael A. Singer. He is the author of The Untethered Soul, amazing book. But I would recommend also the book Living Untethered. It is absolutely amazing. And it talks, so if you're into science, or if you're into astrology, if you're into physical science, like just any of those things, astronomy, you'll love this book. You'll love this book, and it incorporates energetic principles and just it's some good stuff. And then of course I'm going to mention the book The Alchemist. Pablo Coelho. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I can see it, but I don't know if I'm saying it right. But The Alchemist is an absolutely phenomenal book. It is one of the best. He also has a book called The Pilgrimage, which is absolutely amazing as well. Oh, and Outwitting the Devil, Napoleon Hill, must read. These are the things that I pretty much am sitting on. It's the foundation of everything that I teach and everything that I've learned. And the Bible. I gotta give an honorable mention to the Bible, and also Abraham Hicks. So yeah, if you want some resources to like kind of binge watch some information, soon you can do it in the Sacred Queen Society, or it's called the ATB Enterprise. I'll be dropping stuff about it, but the logo is right there. It's backwards. HBA Enterprise. So you'll probably seeing that logo float around here, and I'll be saying more about that. So I love y'all so much. But I'm about to go. And I'm gonna work on some editing. And I'll talk to y'all next time. Carry on. Carry on.